Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So we're talking vitamin C's today, and I'm going to be sharing 5 vitamin C serums that I really enjoy using and that I would recommend to all of you. Now, back in 2020, I did upload a vitamin C video very similar to the one that you're going to be watching today, and I recommended 4 vitamin C's back then, and those were the ones that I was really enjoying at that time. So since then, I have introduced a couple of new vitamin C serums, and I have eliminated a few as well from that video. So this is an updated version from that vitamin C video that I did in 2020. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave it below for you as well as up here if you want to check it out. So before we get into it, if you could please like this video, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. By doing so, you will always be notified whenever I upload a new video, and I do upload videos every single week. Vitamin C is one of my favorite ingredients to incorporate in my morning skincare routine. This ingredient can help with so many skin concerns like hyperpigmentation, dark spots, post-acne marks. This will give you a brighter complexion, and that is the first thing that you will notice when you first start using a vitamin C product is the brightness of your skin. This can also help with fine lines and wrinkles, and it also protects your skin from environmental stressors throughout the day. So that's why it's important to use your vitamin C products in the morning, because it's going to be protecting your skin from pollution and all of the unwanted environmental stressors that we don't want on our skin. So use your vitamin C's in the morning and all of your other higher strength products at night, like retinol, tretinoin, chemical exfoliants. So the types of vitamin C's that I like using are l-ascorbic acids or ascorbic acid. And these types of vitamin C's are the purest forms, but they are also the most unstable forms. So when you have an l-ascorbic acid serum and you've opened it up for the first time, you do want to use it up pretty quickly because it will start to oxidize and it will become less potent as the days and weeks go on. So usually the shelf life of l-ascorbic acids are 3 months, maybe 4 months, but the quicker you can use it, the better. Now, some people can't use pure forms of vitamin C because they are too strong on certain skin types. So if that is the case, you may want to choose a vitamin C derivative. And these types of derivatives are more gentle. They may take longer to see results as well. They are effective though, but these are the most stable forms of vitamin C's as well, and usually the shelf life can be between 6 months to 12 months. So if you're somebody that doesn't use vitamin C every day, then that might be a great option for you to go with, because you'll have longer to use up the product without worrying how long you've had the product for. You can take your time with those ones and use them whenever you want. So that is the difference between pure forms of vitamin C's and vitamin C derivatives. So like I said, I have 5 vitamin C serums that I'm going to be sharing, and 2 of them are from SkinCeuticals, and I'm going to start with this brand first. Now, I know SkinCeuticals is very expensive, and I know that it's not in everyone's budget, but if you ever feel like splurging and picking up the famous CE ferulic acid vitamin C serum, I would highly recommend it at least once, just to see what the hype is about. Now, before using this, I did have a little sample of this one, and it only lasted me 5 days. And SkinCeuticals actually saw that video, and I think it was an empties video, and they gifted me this one. And I did say to you guys that I would use it up completely and give you a little review on it. So this one is completely empty, and I have to admit, I have a backup ready to go. I haven't opened this up yet because, of course, I am using some other vitamin C's right now, and I like to use 1 or 2 at a time. I don't like to have all of these vitamin C's opened because they start to oxidize. And this is a 15% l-ascorbic acid. There is also 1% vitamin E and 0.5% ferulic acid. And I absolutely love this serum. So I can understand what the hype is about. I can understand why so many people rave about this serum. It really is effective, and I found this to be very brightening, more so than any vitamin C serum that I've ever used. This actually helped to clear up some of my acne, believe it or not. I noticed that I didn't experience a lot of the breakouts that I get on my chin and jawline. I know a lot of that can be hormonal, but I saw less breakouts with this, and I did notice a lot of brightness with my skin. So I love that, and that's what vitamin C does. It will give you brighter skin, and it really helps to fade any discoloration going on. And the texture and the consistency of this is on point, and that is another reason why I really like this. So when I opened up this CE Ferulic, I actually opened it up on January 17th, and I wrote the date on the box so that I knew exactly when I opened it up, and I would highly recommend for you guys to do the same thing, especially pure forms of vitamin C. It will give you a good idea of when you've opened up the product. I keep all of my vitamin C serums in the fridge as well, as I find it helps to prolong it. It may not exactly prolong the formulation, but I feel like it might. So I'm gonna try and do that, and I put all of my vitamin C's in the fridge. And this took me 2 months to finish up. So that's how long it took. I used it once a day, every day, 7 days a week, and I usually do 4 drops for my face and about 2 to 3 drops for my neck, and this lasted me 2 full months. So that just gives you an idea of how long it could last for you. Of course, if you want to apply less drops, you can definitely do that. But for me, I do like to be pretty generous when it comes to vitamin C. I want to make sure that I do cover my entire face as well as my neck. So I highly recommend the CE Ferulic. I really would, especially if you just want to splurge one day and give it a go. I can see why people love it, and I think this is going to be a staple in my skincare routine. The other vitamin C from SkinCeuticals is the Silymarin CF Vitamin C Serum. And this is a fairly new launch that they just came out with, and they also gifted me this product. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is my own opinion and thoughts on this product as well as the CE Ferulic, and I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I also really like this one as well, and the reason being is because this was designed for people who have combination to oily to blemish prone skin. There is 15% L-ascorbic acid in here as well, no different than the CE Ferulic. There's also 0.5% ferulic, 0.5% silymarin, which is a plant-based antioxidant, and there's also 0.5% salicylic acid. So this is formulated in a way where not only is this going to brighten up your skin, help with fine lines and wrinkles, and hyperpigmentation, but if you have blemishes, blackheads, and enlarged pores, then this will be the vitamin C that you may want to choose because of that salicylic acid. So that's what's really going to improve your skin even more. So I've been using this for a couple of weeks, and I'm really impressed with this. I haven't seen a breakout since using this. I really haven't seen too many breakouts since using SkinCeuticals in general with that CE Ferulic. I don't know what it is, but it really has helped to prevent breakouts, which is amazing. And this is also very brightening as well, which I found. So I will show you what this looks like. This is very watery, so it's almost running off my hand here, but I like vitamin C's that are like this. And this one absorbs into the skin really quickly. So does the CE Ferulic, and that is already absorbed in. The one thing that I really love about this one as well as the CE Ferulic is that this is not sticky. I think a lot of us can appreciate that. A lot of people don't like that. I don't mind that sticky, tacky feel, but this one doesn't have it at all. Neither does the CE Ferulic. Now, the one thing that I don't like about this vitamin C compared to the CE Ferulic is that this one actually contains denatured alcohol in the ingredient list. And it is pretty high up in the ingredient list as well. So I don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of denatured alcohol. As you know, this can be a very drying ingredient for some skin types. So if you have dry skin or sensitive skin, you may not want to choose a product like this. And you probably wouldn't want to choose this because this is more for oily combination blemish prone skin. Now, since using this, which has been now over 2 weeks, I haven't experienced any extra dryness whatsoever. I haven't experienced any dryness at all from this vitamin C or the CE Ferulic. Of course, I'm experiencing dryness with tretinoin. That's a different story. story, but I don't feel tight when this is on my skin, and this is actually pretty hydrating, believe it or not. But of course, everybody's gonna react differently to skincare products. What works for me may not work for you, and I just wanna put that out there because that could be a deal breaker for some people. So other than the denatured alcohol, I really like the other ingredients that are in here, and I highly recommend. The other vitamin C that I absolutely love that you've heard me talk about several times on my channel is by Timeless, and this is the 20% l-ascorbic acid vitamin C serum, which also has vitamin E and ferulic acid. This is very similar to the CE ferulic from SkinCeuticals, and I would say that this is a dupe, but of course the formulation is still quite different, and the texture and the consistency is also different as well. But this is a great option to go with. Of course, this is more affordable. I've been using this now for over 2 years, and I'm quite impressed with this vitamin C. I do find that I get a brighter complexion, and I really do find that this helps with any fine lines and hyperpigmentation that I've had. Now, the consistency of this is honestly like water. It's very thin. So if that's not something that you're into, then you will not want to go with this vitamin C serum. Now, I'm not going to show you what this looks like on the back of my hand because this is a brand new box, and I don't have a Timeless vitamin C opened at the moment. And like I said, I don't want to have too many vitamin C's opened at the same time. So I do have several videos on my channel talking about this vitamin C serum, and I also show you how I use this in my updated morning skincare routine video, which I will link below for you. Now, I ordered directly from Timeless when I purchased my vitamin C's, and of course I'm located in Canada. Timeless is out of the United States, so I am purchasing in American dollar, but it's worth it in my opinion because when you order from Timeless, they are creating new batches all the time, so you know you're going to be getting a fresh batch right then and there if you order directly from Timeless. Now, I bought this a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I noticed that Timeless is putting plastic packaging over their box, which is really nice. So you do have that plastic seal, so you know that your product hasn't been tampered with, which is a great thing. And I don't believe that they've ever done that before, especially with their other skincare products. So I think this is something new that they're doing, which I can really appreciate. And this is just another vitamin C that I would highly recommend. So check out my other videos if you want to see the texture and the way that I use this, but I think this is fabulous. Another vitamin C that I've really been enjoying is by Youth to the People, and this is the 15% vitamin C plus clean caffeine energy serum. Now, this is a vitamin C derivative. So this has 15% l-ascorbic acid. So if you're looking for a derivative that will last a fairly long time, you have 12 months to use up this product once you've opened up the product. And I find this one to be really effective as well. This one gives my skin a really nice soft texture to it, and this is also very depuffing, which is the caffeine that is in the product. So I wake up every morning almost pretty puffy, and I do find that this helps to depuff, and it's amazing. I think this is a great formulation, very hydrating as well. This is a brand new bottle, by the way. They did gift me this product, and this is not sponsored, but before they sent me this product, I actually had a few little samples of the vitamin C, which I got through Sephora. So when I placed an order, I did redeem some points and picked up this as a sample. And there's just a little bit left of this to show you what this looks like on the back of my hand. But I love this vitamin C, and it's nice to have a stable form of vitamin C once in a while, especially if you have some pure forms and you're using them, but you want to take a break from them, then at least you can go to a derivative which will stay stable a lot longer. So it really is a personal preference on what you enjoy using, but I think this is a great option. So I will show you what this looks like, and of course it is a pump style, and hopefully I can get some out of here. So that was all that I could get out of that little sample. But as you can see, it's not runny in the least. This serum is definitely more thick, which is really nice. This one spreads across the skin really nicely as well. And this one absorbs quickly also. It doesn't absorb as quickly as the Timeless and the SkinCeuticals one, but I think this is a great option to go with, especially if you want a derivative and you want something for depuffing. This one does not leave a sticky, tacky feel to the skin either, and I find this one to be more hydrating on the skin than the Timeless and the SkinCeuticals. So that is what it looks like there. It's already massaged into my skin, and it does leave a nice glow to the skin as well, which I really like. This one also has passion and dragon fruit as well, which is an antioxidant, and I really like how this is a clean, cruelty-free skincare line as well. So another great option if you're looking for a vitamin C derivative. And the other vitamin C that I've really been enjoying is by Paula's Choice, and this is the C15 Super Booster. Now this has 15% ascorbic acid, and there's also vitamin E and ferulic acid. This is very similar to the Timeless vitamin C in terms of consistency. They are both like water, they both absorb really quickly as well, and they sit nicely on the skin, and they're both hydrating. So I would highly recommend this one as well. This is great for all skin types. The only downfall with this serum in particular is that it only contains 20 mils of product, whereas the Timeless, the Youth to the People, as well as the SkinCeuticals contain 30 mils of product. So I don't know why Paula's Choice decided to provide 20 mils when 30 mils is usually the standard size. So I'm a little bit confused about that and a little bit disappointed with that as well. But this is another great option, especially if you are a fan of Paula's Choice. So I will show you what this looks like on the back of my hand. I've been using this now for a couple of weeks, but I do like the texture and I do find this to be very hydrating as well. So that's what it looks like there. It's already running down my hand. This one spreads nice, absorbs quickly like I said. This is also a vitamin C that is not sticky or tacky, and I can really appreciate the texture of this as well. I just love serums that are thin like this. So those are the 5 vitamin C serums that I'm absolutely enjoying at the moment. But there is another vitamin C that I will throw into the mix. I have talked about it a few times on my channel before. I don't gravitate towards this vitamin C often, but it is another recommendation that I would say pick up if you're into this brand and if you're into this type of product. So this one's from Neod, and this is the ethylated l-ascorbic acid 30% network. Now this is supposed to be used more in the evening, and I'm assuming it's because of the 30% strength. Now I have used this a few times in the morning, especially if I was going to stay home for the day, and of course wearing sunscreen on top. But because this is supposed to be used in the evening, I don't have room for this product because of course I'm using tretinoin 5 to 6 days a week, and then on the day that I'm not using tretinoin, I'm using a direct acid of some kind. So there's really never any room for this in the evening, which is why I'm not mentioning this as my top 5 vitamin C serums. But I still really like this one. I would still recommend this one as well, and I do find this to be really effective also. So if you could use this in the evening, then I think this would be a great option for you. I will also show you what this looks like on the back of my hand. This one is also very watery and thin in texture. This one has more of an oily texture to it. This is oil-free, but it does have that feeling to it. So if you're not into that texture, then you won't like this vitamin C, but having that texture really makes your skin feel more moisturized and hydrated. And I did like that about this vitamin C in particular. So those are my top vitamin C recommendations. I would love to hear your feedback. Have you used any of these products before? Or what types of vitamin C's do you like? Leave those comments below and let me know what products you enjoy using as well. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in my next video. So take care, and I will see you guys then. Bye guys.